Hey guys, it's Nikki again. I finally got my passenger seat in for my bike, and I'm going to go ahead and get that installed on there. It is the Mustang wide tripper brown passenger seat that matches the solo seat I put on in a prior video. So I'll go ahead and put that on. I did want to note for you, showed up from J&P Cycles. They apologized for the delay. It did take a while to get it, but it just came in a box. Now when I got the solo seat from Dennis Kirk, they shipped it in the Mustang box and it had the label on it. It said, hey, don't cut this. With J&P Cycles, just a box. So be careful not to cut into it, because it would be very easy for you to rip your seat right away. So this is how it came packaged. I think what they did is just unpackage it from the Mustang box, repackage it in their own box, and send it. I don't really understand the value added in that, but I'm just guessing. So, taking her out, again, just in a plastic bag, just like my solo seat was, only now I get advertisements for them who took way too long to ship it and who stuck it in a small box. So, whatever. Taking a look, by the way, on the inside of this, it comes with a different set of mounting. Here it shows you in the picture on the instructions that it's got how it attaches to the solo seat. And so it does have another screw again and another one of those bolts. Although on the prior one they sent me, it had a C-clamp. I actually have it here. So on the prior one, it had the bolt with the black C-clamp, or C-clip, sorry, that's right there. In this case, I get no zip tie and I get no black C-clip. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I've still got this one from the solo seat if I need it. So we'll see. The first thing we're going to do is unscrew this bolt from the solo seat. Now we're going to take this washer and this bolt together and just put them in place. So this is what it'll look like. Basically, you've got your bolt that's a little higher now at the back of your solo seat. I wound up having to use bigger than a 9/16 in there. It was too loose, so I grabbed another Allen wrench I had laying around. Now this is where we're in a precarious situation if all you're doing is ordering the passenger seat. This has a, I'm actually showing this backwards. This is the back of the seat, which is going to have to attach here where I have a plastic insert. And then the front is going to go to this slot. So as I put that over, that slot is just going to slide onto that groove, but I need to be able to screw that in. I might be in a precarious situation here because I didn't get the extra pieces I needed with the passenger seat, and I've got that plug to contend with. However, I did keep the pieces they sent me with the solo seat. So I've got my zip tie, and I have the other piece I need with that little C-clip. That came with the solo seat, but I'm actually going to need it for the passenger seat. So if you order this system, make sure you keep all the parts, especially if you order them one after the other like I did. The back piece just comes off, little fingernails underneath, and there we go. It's right off, so we've got access to our hole. So what you're going to do is you're going to end up having this C-clip that you're going to take off this nut, and then you've got your zip tie. And you're going to wind up feeding this through on this zip tie. And you'll want to pull that up through the fender of the bike and clip it once it comes through on top with that. And I'll show you how. So we're going to take this nut now, and we've got it attached to the zip tie, and I'm just going to come underneath the fender. See if I can show you what I'm seeing. So you just got to kind of play with it until you can see it come through. And there it is. Take a hold of that, and it's got that nut under there, so I can just slide that right on up. And I'll show you from the other angle what that looks like. Coming on up, you can see you just pull that on up, and there you go. Keep turning it and get those slots to line up just right. Probably do this easier if I wasn't trying to do it with my left hand. There we go. Alright, just like that. So now, I just got to get this clip to seat on there. And that's it. Get rid of my zip tie. I don't need it anymore. That clip's going to hold that in place for me. Push it right back down. And now we're in place. Okay, so we're in business. I've got a place to slot my the front of my seat, and I've got a new place to mount my original screw that I took out of the front before. So hold on to that part because they didn't send me an extra. So now I've got this that I'll put back in here. And it looks like it's going to be just that easy. I'm going to wipe it down. Just want to make sure I'm not putting too much junk on my baby. Alright. So, this slot right in here. You kind of have to give it a good push to get that slot in there. And so I'm kind of holding this in place, but I just want to show you, I'll be putting this screw back in place. Yeah, there we go. You kind of got to give it a little bit of a push to get that slot over there, and I'll tighten that up. Just a screwdriver. Looks pretty good. I still have a sissy seat that I need to put on there and make it nice and safe, and I need to finish out the pegs. Just for anyone who's curious, these pegs are Kuryakin pegs, and I'll show in another video how to put them on. And while the distance looks really good here, you can see when you get to the other side, that is way too close. In fact, when I go to bend these up, I haven't got the pins in, but when I go to bend them up, they're going to sit right on top of that. I can't even get my pinky in here. So, you know how hot those pipes are. They're going to melt. So I got some extenders for that. Okay, you guys, from wherever you are watching this, I hope you found it informative. It really wasn't that hard. Probably the hardest part about that was getting that little C-clip off that bolt, which I did off video. I had to use like little C-pliers or whatever you call them. Some of you guys might be a little bit stronger, but I had to use something like this to try to get that off there. Putting it back on was just a matter of giving it a push. I think it looks really good, and I'm going to get the passenger sissy bar and side plates because I did not opt to go with the detachable system that Harley provides. They really only have one option. It's tall or short, but it's just one option of the same. And you have to pay $260. You have to also buy a taillight relocation kit. You have to buy the mounts for the detachable thing. And then you have to figure out what kind of sissy pad you want if you're going to put a pad on it. So to me, that's not really an option. I went ahead and I bought plates from Chromeworks, and Drag Specialties has an 8 3/4 inch sissy bar that I'm going to try to put on there. It doesn't say it's a good fitment for it, but I think it is. So we'll find out in a video to come. If you guys are enjoying these videos and you do want me to keep posting stuff, please let me know. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you're in the mood for some music, you can check us out. I am at NikkiHollandmusic.com, and they're all over my YouTube channel. Feel free to take a look if you're into live music. We always appreciate it. Thanks.